Yo, 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 what's good? Welcome to Business Decision Sports. Brought to you by the EBH Black Show. Dang, man. It's the four horsemen, but we only got one horse. Because everything that's going wrong is trying to go wrong. Matter of fact, I feel like Shedeur, as a matter of fact, while we at it. like everything that's going wrong can't go wrong, man. Tonight we talking
Right.
Shedeur Sanders. I mean, like me and the guys, we've been in the back talking about this, and this is gonna be a conversation tonight. So make sure y'all get y'all popcorn ready, get your feel me ready, get your drink ready, get your everything ready. You might want to hack into this conversation. But before we get to Shedeur situation, I do want to talk about uh, the 49ers and the Raiders game tomorrow. I mean, like, it ain't a whole bunch to talk about because we don't even know who playing. It's gonna be a bunch of third stringers. I think I get like 2 or 3 reps tomorrow too. So y'all might want to hack into the game. I might come in about the third, fourth quarter and hand the ball off a couple times. So
Black, if
man,
I may,
yes.
can they still be called the 49ers? Or are they the 100 and what was the amount? 143ers or whatever, however much he tried to pay for that.
Yeah, that's more like it. The
Oh
143
wow.
years. Like,
Damn, he wasn't even. He was paying for cheap ass on top of it.
And in
so
Ohio. Come on now.
I heard a
Man,
couple. I heard a couple things about that. I heard that. Well, for one, I heard one. It was a police sting.
Mm-hmm.
So he
well, he
got
got
caught up in
stuck,
a
right?
police sting.
Mm-hmm.
So what's
Oh
that boy named Chris Hansen or whoever?
yeah.
He
Okay.
got. So I mean, like, sheesh, man. Like, so not only was you in a trailer park trying to get some cheap tail, it was a police tail, and you the owner of the 49ers. Why you just didn't go get some high class ass? Like,
Or why don't you just have them come to you?
Wait, here's what I want to know. I want to know whose wife found the credit card bill to start this thing.
man.
Apparently, he reached out and
It's
pinged him
usually
on the phone a few times,
bro.
from what I read, bro.
Wait, what happened?
He reached out, like they had this little thing set up as a fake account just to catch people. And he, being Jed York, pinged them from his phone 3 different times before this was set up.
He's not a stupid motherfucker. He
I
deserves it.
mean,
Now he really deserves it.
God damn.
And then
Do
I
we
heard
think,
it would.
does
Go
he
ahead.
have a burner OnlyFans account? And is he contributing to Sophie Rain's bottom line every year?
No, he was hot and horny. He wasn't thinking at all. Because I guess from what I understand, that him and his wife separated. She filed for divorce, and then so now he's living in one of the houses, guest houses or whatever, in Cleveland. You know, it ain't. It's Ohio. I don't know if it's Cleveland. Let me not put that on Cleveland, but it ain't really much to do in Ohio anyway. But I guess he was bored. He went to the back page and he dialed the number, and next thing you know, Chris Hansen and the boys, it was like, put your hands
Yeah,
above your head. This
right.
is a race.
You know,
Look
Hanson,
at his
Hanson,
mugshot.
Hanson in the garage, and all you hear is
Yo, his
boom.
mugshot, his mugshot, his mugshot has the look of this is gonna be everywhere, and I am
Uh,
so fucked.
Oh yeah, you are, brother. Yes, you are. I mean, like, are the
Man,
Niners
no,
had a
he ain't did nothing but join the Billionaires Boys Club. Man, they all being caught, bro. Come on, let's keep it 100. Don't forget Robert Kraft just got caught,
But he was at a massage parlor that gives out happy endings. He wasn't in
but
a
he
trailer
got
park in
caught.
Ohio.
But he got caught. That's the thing. The bottom
Agreed.
issue is he got caught.
Agreed.
no? You can say
So
Billionaire Boys Club all you want to. When you paying $139 for it, you are not in the Billionaire Boys Club. Robert Kraft was on his plane flying down to Florida and doing his big one. This fool was bored and messed around and found out the harder way.
And he ain't did nothing but join the club, man. That's all he did. All of them doing the
Well,
same thing.
he pled down, right? Would to give him a little
I think he
misdemeanor
pled no
slap on the wrist.
contest.
He
Yeah.
took the rap. You ain't gonna hear about it in two or three more weeks.
Man, what's going on with the Niners? What's going on with
Period.
they whole? Yeah, just period. Like the coach. What he do? He hit somebody. What he do? And then they tried to keep it out the media. What the heck is going on?
Yeah,
he, yeah, it was clearly his fault, and he knew it was his fault. But everybody was supposed to shut up. But then some idiot started blaming it on the other driver, and the other everybody started getting on her, and she was like, "But I didn't do it," and he had
yeah,
to come
40.
out and just apologize. Like, look, man, she didn't do it. It was my fault because before they didn't have no evidence or nothing. They didn't know nothing. But he came out and said, "Yeah, I did it, man. I bent down to pick up my phone." That was the story he told. Now I don't know what he was doing. He might have been drunk. I don't know. But he said he bent down to pick up his phone because his phone fell on the floor. Now that sounds like some old bogus ass whatever to me, but
He needs
that's
a
what he
better phone
said. Yeah.
holder in his car. Put that shit. He need one of them ones from the TikTok shop and shit. Those
Mm-hmm.
ones that like fold in and fit to your phone and everything.
Man, he need something.
And
Cause
and
what?
just when I thought Brandon Ayuk was the crazy one out of all of them, now I see why he acting the way he acting. Like everybody they got troubles over there. Ayuk every other week crashing out, having mental health episodes.
You know what?
Your-
It's that grid. It's that.
it's-
It's that electric plant.
That's what
Don't
everybody's saying. It's the
brain
electric
waves
grid.
and shit. Fucking with everybody's head.
That's what y'all gonna blame it on.
Why the
Well,
hell not? It fits.
you got to blame it on something because they having a bunch of problems, man. I don't know what the heck is going on over there, but I don't care because it's the Niners. That's what
Then
they
half
get.
their team hurt again. What the hell?
And the
They
season ain't
team
even
hurt
started
every
yet.
year. And the coach hurt.
So I don't know. So John, what are you looking forward? What are you looking forward tomorrow in the Raiders? I hate to ask you this, but the Raiders preseason game tomorrow against the Niners.
Probably whatever is on TV after it.
You knew he was gonna be honest.
Oh my God, dude! Does it matter if we win this game or not? Because it is the Niners. I mean, we gotta beat. We supposed to
Man,
always beat the Niners,
listen,
whether we
over the
whether it's in
past couple
preseason or
decades,
what.
over the past couple decades, I've learned my lesson from those 3-1 and 4-0 preseasons, bro. So don't matter to me.
Yeah, I hear you. But it's the Niners, though. We need to slap them around. We need to kick them while they down.
No
For
injuries.
sure.
No injuries tomorrow. That's what we want. No injuries.
The good
Well,
news
shit.
is now that we
Everybody
guess we
hurt.
can actually play the Niners in the preseason. We stopped playing them when we were in Oakland. We couldn't fucking behave. But now
Yeah,
they're in Vegas. They put them back on the schedule.
yeah, it's wild. It's
You think
definitely
Well,
Jed? You
wild.
think Jed asked for that personally? Hey, I need to go to Vegas.
That's where he should have went. Should have went to the Bunny Ranch. He over there on the Bunny Trail. You need to be at
Yeah,
the Bunny Ranch.
all you could do is go right outside Vegas. It's all legal.
Yeah,
Go
he
down
was
a couple
tripping.
stop signs.
Man, he was tripping for real, man. So, all right, forget all that. Well, let me see. How do you guys feel about y'all training camp so far? The Dallas and the Steelers, because we're about to start talking about the Cleveland one, and I have a feeling that this is gonna get kind of sicko a little bit. So what?
Mm.
Let's start with you, Crutch. What's up? Have you been paying attention to y'all training camp? What's going on over there
She's on.
in Dallas?
Yeah, they doing what I talked to Jerry about a couple of months ago when I had to make that phone call and tell him to be quiet. Let's see how that work out. So they keeping quiet and they making moves. So that's all I can really be happy about. So I ain't gonna start talking about them like I normally do. I ain't gonna start talking about them just like I always do because I know they habits. But they look good. They look good. Defense look good. And Jerry not talking. He not making himself the issue or nobody else. So look like the play gonna have to be decided on the field to get your money this year, which it should always be. So their defense is looking a lot better this year. I like the way they look. They tightened up the whole middle of it too. And they added a little piece, Mr. Von Miller. We'll see what his 30-year-old gas tank look like. But if he just play on third downs and get pressure, that's good enough for me.
Yeah, y'all did pick up Von Miller. I mean, I hope he play more than third down because when you old like that, sitting on the bench, it's going to take you a few quarters to get warmed up if you only going in on third downs.
Well, it's a couple of third downs in the game. So, I mean, if they playing like they supposed to, it's going to be a lot of third downs in the game because defense going to be holding them like they've been doing. They've been flying around doing this preseason on defense. They look good. Defense look good. It looked like it's improved, but shit, I don't know how much you can improve than you did was last year, but any improvement will be better. So
Shit,
we
when you're
gonna see
32,
what.
you know where to go but up.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So yeah, we got look like we pulling that together, and we making some moves, and Jerry being quiet. So we see how long it take for him to open his mouth before he start messing up stuff.
I mean, Dak's a good quarterback, man. All they got to do is be respectable on defense. They don't got to be a top 5 or top 10. Middle of the pack alone with that
Yeah,
offense should just get them an extra 3 or 4 wins.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I mean, the offense is gonna do what the offense do. They gonna put up now as long as everybody stay healthy and they play like they've been playing and keep it up. They're gonna be all right. What they needed to do is tighten up the defense. As long as offense don't have to score 40, 50 points a game to win, shit, we should be all right.
Yeah. Well, what about them? What about them Steelers with Patrick Graham and all that? Patrick Graham trying to steal some Raider players. I mean, like he might need to come grab Palomalo because it look like Palomalo he gonna be the odd man out. Looking like I like him, but he trying to steal him. But how you feeling about y'all camp so far with y'all new coach?
This fan base means the world to me because Pittsburgh's my world, and it's just awesome to be back here.
You're goddamn right, Mike. Goddamn right. Anyways, camp's been, for the most part, it's just been kind of ho-hum a little bit. The interesting talk is continuing to be, will the Steelers keep 4 quarterbacks or not on the roster? The O-line depth is a little bit of a worry. That was pretty evident when I went to the game last week against the Jets, and they had none of the starters in, and woof.
Oh, y'all let Gino go to work on y'all?
No, I mean it looked like a average ass practice, except it was a game, and the Jets had the Steelers O-line in knots during certain parts of that game, which, you know, that's where you got to find out how your depth is, and for the Steelers, not the greatest. But I think the noise has picked up around Joey Porter Jr.'s contract extension talks. And so that's really been like the black hole, like just sucking up all the oxygen in the room the past, I'd say 3-4 days. Since McCarthy made some comments that they were at an impasse. So that's just taken all the focus away from everything else. Bottom line is we've seen this tactic before. Like they're basically playing a game of chicken. I think they have the tradition that they don't negotiate during the season. So they have a deadline. Usually it's by Wednesday of leading into week 1, which means we're literally at 2 weeks right now. They've gotten TJ extended right up against the deadline. They've worked stuff out with Cam before. They've done it with Hines Ward in the past. It's kind of their thing.
Is that an organizational thing, or was that
Yes.
was that a Tomlin thing?
No, that's the Rooneys since free agency that I know of. I would have to go back and look like in the 80s and such, but the Rooneys from Art to Dan, now to Art the second, it is a Steeler thing. They do not negotiate contracts during the season. Like they do not, they want the players to focus on football. They want everything to be about football at that point. They're pretty staunch about it. But I mean, Aaron and the receivers, no need to play them. There's none. I don't want to see any of the starters. I really don't. Get ready for a left-handed quarterback in week 1. You're either seeing Michael Penix or Tua Tagovailoa behind center for Atlanta week 1 here in Pittsburgh. And he's a lefty. So get ready for that. Get ready for the season. I don't want to see any injuries. So whoever don't need to be risked, sit them out. I don't need to see them play against Buffalo.
Oh, yeah, wow. It don't matter. Either one of them quarterbacks, they both might play in that first game.
I thought I read that Tua is going to play in the preseason game, but Penix is going to start week 1. From what I read, anyway.
It's leaning Penix week 1, but it's also how he still is responding to. They want him to get more practices because he doesn't feel comfortable enough to play and to get reps like in the preseason game, but he's continuing to try to work on the 11-on-11. But TJ from the blind side against either of them. Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, they garbage. They garbage pail kids. That's why we got Kirk Cousins now. So thank y'all, Atlanta, for Kirk Cousins. I'm gonna say the head.
You like that?
I love that. Man, speaking of loving that, somebody who should be loving it is your boy Deshaun Watson, because no matter how bad he played, he ended up starting somehow, some way. Let's take a look at how the noise that's coming from out of Cleveland about this. I'm gonna play this first clip, and we're just gonna get into it because I'm trying to figure out how is this Shedeur not starting at this point. I know why, but how he's not starting.
Be down with him.
Well, notice,
much as fans dislike Deshaun Watson, his teammates seem to be down with him.
Well, notice, I do want to make this
point.
So
there might be a confidence in veterans there that he knows what to do in the huddle.
We have not seen a trickle, which always happens in sports, especially football. We have not seen a bunch of reports that the Browns are starting the wrong guy from inside the building.
No.
You are not seeing that. Normally, players are so many players. In fact, many of them won't even be on this team. So they would have no failure to get that message out if it was true. Like if there was this increasing army of Browns players who are like, No. They're starting the wrong guy. No. Shedeur has proven it every day. Like, that gets out all the time. It always gets out. And that has not happened. So does that make you think at all, like, hold on, maybe there truly is a belief that Deshaun has been the better guy and will be the better guy?
Well, it could be.
I know, man, you don't think he could be, because we just think he's so broken that mentally he can't do it. But if the players thought that, they would certainly get the message out. Remember, it's their careers too on the line.
But then again, if the
receivers thought, holy cow, no, we're going to battle with the wrong guy. Like, they have their ways to get that message out. It has not happened.
Much as fans dislike Deshaun Watson.
And who was that guy at the top?
I don't know.
They're a radio host up there. But one point that I'll make off the jump is with the receivers. You're talking about receiving core with 2 rookies. And Jerry Jeudy he ain't Jarvis Landry. Like, back when Jarvis Landry did the thing on Hard Knocks in the wide receiver room for the year that Hard Knocks was following the Browns in Hugh Jackson, and we all know how that went. But that's a young receiver room. They're not going to stir up the pot. I just think that it's too early for the vets to say anything. I think if they start 0-1 and 0-2, especially if Baker puts the work on him in week 2, I think you'll start to hear those player rumblings that ain't coming out yet about certain things that may or may not have happened during camp or OTAs or whatever.
Man, first of all,
So what if they're getting worked because the defense is bad?
Man, Jerry Jeudy out there playing like Judge Judy. Because every time I see him, he out there dropping balls, looking disinterested, just looking decrepit. Like, I'm surprised he's still on the squad.
I mean, they need bodies, so he a warm body.
Man,
when you got two rookie wide receivers, I mean, you got to have someone like Jeudy on the team, even if it gets his role reduced. Still need 6 receivers, 5, 6 receivers.
But the rookies are not going to be the ones to rock the boat and go to like an insider or a reporter off the record yet.
No, I would agree with that. But I mean, like, that's what I'm like, what is he talking about anyway? Like, who's going to run and start talking about like start leaking inside information? It ain't like we hear that kind of stuff every week or every year.
He don't like Shedeur, bro. That's what that boils down to. He don't like him and don't want him to play either because of his attitude. That's his problem. That's what I took from that. Him trying to blame it on everybody else, talking about, well, you ain't heard nobody say this and that. Man, look, they play for the same owner. You ain't speaking too much if you want your money. You gonna shut up. And we're gonna see where this goes. You already know Cleveland a place where you go to end your career anyway, especially as a quarterback. So, man, ain't nobody finna say nothing. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing. They ain't got no vets over there. The one that was gonna say something play for the Rams now.
Well, Jared Verse just got there, so I don't think he really would say anything. The one dude that could is Denzel Ward. But again, I just think it's too early. Let a little bit of discontent roll up into that team in terms of like the losses start piling up. Then you'll get people not only like on the record, but then you'll get people off the record really going in on how they think and what they thought happened over the summer and whatnot. I just think it's too early for anything to come out.
Too early for what, man? They've been in practice all summer long. Hold on, let me finish. They've been playing preseason games all season long with each other. Just say what it is, man. It's sad because now they want to put the money part in it. It ain't even got nothing to do with it got something to do with the money because you don't want that money going against your cap. But the hell with the money, because Denver did it. They let your boy go, and they bounced
Russell
right
Wilson.
back. Yeah, Russell Wilson, they kicked him out and paid him to play for somebody else. And they bounced back. So, man, y'all just playing. Go ahead and get this cancer out of your room, because you're going to leave it there and it's going to keep contaminating your whole team. That's why Myles Garrett wanted out. He didn't really want to leave Cleveland.
Here's the main difference between I'll address the I'll go backwards. The main difference between Denver and Cleveland. Denver could afford to cut Russell and take the lump because Sean Payton. Cleveland doesn't have a Sean Payton. And then Denver did what Cleveland hasn't done to this point. They hit on a first-round quarterback. Bo Nix, I'm not the biggest Bo Nix supporter, but he's far better than anything Cleveland's had besides a year or two of Baker, and they cast that aside. So that's more of a front office ownership type deal where Denver has competent leadership from the top down. And yeah, it looked crazy to take the 90 some odd $1 million cap hit and spread that out over 2 years, but they did it because they had a plan in place. Cleveland's never had a plan in place. Since day one, when they traded for Deshaun Watson, they were blindsided by the suspension. They were on the back foot from day one, and they had to, they weren't even, they tried to get in on the trade market for him, and he initially said no. He did not want to go there. And then they had to go above and beyond, and ownership had to overrule the GM and say, offer him an unprecedented, everything guaranteed contract, despite not playing for a year. Offer him this. You would have to be an idiot of the highest degree to not be like, well, I mean, it is Cleveland, but fuck it. I get my money. And he won.
230's 230.
Yeah.
I would have played for the Omega Boys Club if they would have had $200 million.
Right. And fully guaranteed, which is unheard of in the NFL. So they're so incompetent up there from the top that they have to do these kind of things. And when they don't work like this, it blows up in your face even more. So that's the main difference between Denver and Cleveland. Now, what I mean by why is everybody not saying anything is because they're not the other players in the locker room right now aren't like up in arms and angry about shit yet. Like they're more the wait and see approach, because look, we got a first year head coach, we got all this shit going on, but I'm telling you, let them start 0-2 and let them get dog walked in both games. Then all of a sudden there's going to be the Adam Schefters or this reporter in Cleveland or this radio show. Hey, there's word coming out from, a defensive player here or this guy here. This is what was happening during the summer and they didn't like it. It's still early for them to come out with that right now. That's why we haven't heard the noise. These radio hosts are asking, why haven't we heard anything? Because it's too early.
But wait a minute though. At the end of the year last year, the team started talking about Shedeur, led by Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett was one of the proponents for Shedeur to he was excited for him to play. They were rallying around Shedeur. And I get it, it's a new regime, but the only quarterback that they brought in that's different is Deshaun Watson. And it's not like it's Deshaun Watson with the Houston Texans. So we don't nobody know what that guy is. Like, matter of fact, we probably do know who that guy is, because in preseason, he ain't did nothing in preseason that made you say, well, he can knock off some of that rust and then be at least a shadow of himself. Like, I'm literally looking at Deshaun Watson and I'm like, who is this guy? Like, for real, like, why? Like, only reason why he could be playing is because the money. The only reason why that I could see.
You're right. That is the only reason. Because because he's not playing because of his talent level. That's not why he's playing. Because I done sat here and watched this dude play, and I don't even really watch preseason games, but nah, man, nah. I wouldn't have him be my starting quarterback. No. You ain't even pushing the ball downfield against people that ain't even starting. You going against second teamers and third teamers, and you ain't even pushing the ball downfield. Your average percentage per pass was 4 or 5 yards. Come on, man, what you doing? You've been in the
I
league
haven't
for
been.
10 years, but you only played for 5 because you ain't played the last 5.
But you sure got paid for 10. But I haven't watched any of the preseason.
I've watched both preseason games. I mean, we gotta be watching a different game because the games I watched them both, and I'm gonna be honest. It's like, I mean, I've been saying the same thing over and over. It looks like that team does not have a QB1. Period. Either one of them. They don't.
So wait a minute. I
That
haven't
ain't
watched any. I watched the last preseason game because I wasn't watching. I was not even about to get mentally involved with this Shedeur thing because I already know what it is. I already know what the politics is. I already know Shedeur got to beat everybody in front of him, and so for whatever reason, last week I tapped into the game. I hacked into the game. I didn't see Shedeur play right, but I saw his stats: 9 for 11, 100 and some yards, touchdown, interception. Okay, cool. And he started the game, so I was like, okay, cool, whatever. He had a pick, 2, and whatever. Then they put Deshaun Watson in the game. I saw when he came in. That boy went like 4 for 12 or something like that with an interception looking terrible. Like terrible. And I was like, wait a minute. This is the second preseason game, which usually, out of the first two, this one probably be the more important of the two. But he didn't even start, but now he came in as the backup and he still looks like that. I'm like, and then he goes essentially.
Well, what do you mean by still looks like that? Because he looked good in week 1. So what do you mean?
No, what I'm saying, he
no.
still
He
look.
looked okay.
No,
He didn't look good.
what I'm saying is, well, you can look good in week 1, but then why do you look like that in week 2? And you're playing against the 2s and the 3s, or the 3s and the 4s when you didn't
I
even
understand what
start.
you're saying. No, I understand what you're saying. What I'm asking you is all I'm just it's just simple. So it was the exact opposite, right? Like in week 1, Deshaun played okay. Sanders played bad, and then in
He
week
didn't
2,
play that
Shedeur
bad. He
played
didn't play
bad.
bad. He threw
See,
that one pick.
you've been sticking up for him since last year. Like, I mean, like, so
I
no matter
ain't been
what I
sticking
say,
up for him.
yes, you have, man. It's
Okay.
okay. I get it, but come on, bro. Like, if you watch both of
How
them
he play
games,
bad?
neither one of them look like a cute, like they're ready to be a 17-game starter. Neither one of them.
Well, you ain't getting no reps. You're not gonna look like that. But he looked better than he did last
Let
year.
me ask you
And
this. Let me ask you
Hold
this.
on. Let's go back to game 1 since you said he didn't look good. He had
Mhm.
that one pick, which was the right read. Let's not forget, it was the right read. The ball was wet and somebody was in his face. Now, that was his problem. But before that, he was pushing the ball downfield. His pictures was made. He wasn't throwing the ball crazy. He was hitting his receivers in line over DBs. He was doing his job. He threw that one bad pick. The second pick in the second game, the receiver hit the receiver in the stomach and bounced in the DB hand. So I really blame that on the receiver. But yeah, it goes to the quarterback. But dude, when the ball hits your hands, catch it.
Right. But all right, let me ask this. We all agree that Shedeur outplayed Deshaun week 2 in the week 2 preseason game. Would you say Deshaun outplayed Shedeur in the first game?
I'm gonna say
No,
yeah,
I
but
say they was about even.
let me give you the stats for that game. Game 1 against the Bears, they lost 34-10. Deshaun went 11 for 15, 126 yards, no touchdown, no interceptions. Shedeur went 6 for 11 with 79 yards, no touchdown, and 1 interception. Dylan Gabriel, 5 for 8, 23 yards. What the hell? I can go 5 for 8 with 23 yards. 0 touchdown, and I can throw a pick just like he did. And then, so game 2 against Buffalo, Shedeur went 9 for 11 with 74 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Deshaun went 5 for 12 for 36 yards, no touchdowns and an interception. And Gabriel went 0 for 1, and he was handing the ball off because I saw that. So, with that being said, before y'all go in, Shedeur played better, but the yard total, 79 yards and 74 yards, that screams conservative, like not pushing the ball down the field, to John's point, right? Because he didn't get over 100 yards. At least Deshaun had over 100 yards in the first game. So in the first game, I would say, just looking at the stats, because I didn't even look at the game, looking at the stats, I would say that Deshaun probably played better than Shedeur because of the interception and the 126 yards that he had. Now, the second game, Deshaun looked so bad. Well, maybe I shouldn't put that qualifier on there. He looked bad against it, and Shedeur played normally like he does, I guess, like the 74 yards, but he was a little bit more efficient. So, with that being said, I think Shedeur might not have done enough to usurp Deshaun Watson, because it wasn't clear that he was better than him. But maybe we all don't know, but I think that Shedeur has more of a ceiling than Deshaun at this point. Am I wrong in thinking that?
But what are you basing it on?
On the unknown, really. I
I'm
mean, we
basing it
don't.
on-
We know what
I want to hear a measure. No, I want to hear a measure.
I'm
What,
basing
based
it
on what?
on I'm basing it on Deshaun not being able to play in the last few years, and I'm basing it on how Shedeur played last year. Like, he could build off of how he played last year. Like, but now essentially what they're doing is they're resetting him again, because last year they put him behind Flacco, they put him behind Dylan Gabriel, and so he had to beat them two out because neither one of them, Flacco was no longer on the team, and Gabriel, we knew Gabriel didn't not better than him, because how we know that is because now Gabriel is underneath Shedeur this year. So now he got to start all over because of Deshaun Watson. So now they put Deshaun Watson in front of him. Now, had this not been Shedeur behind him and just Dylan Gabriel, we'll be looking at like, wait, Deshaun Watson does not look good at all. That's what we would be saying. But being that it's Shedeur behind him, it's like, okay, now this is just another obstacle for Shedeur to overcome in order just to be a starting quarterback for a Cleveland Browns team. Like, for real.
No, I get it. I mean, that wouldn't be what we would be saying, because I've never seen a quarterback. Quarterbacks don't win starting jobs in preseason games; they win them in camp. That's
again?
one. I said quarterbacks don't win or lose starting jobs in preseason games; they win and lose them in camp. There's way more going on in camp than there is in preseason game. Way more.
Far be it from me.
I'm prone to believe that. Actually, go ahead, Josh.
I can't believe I'm going to say this. I'm going to play devil's advocate on two in this, and I'm actually going to stump for Todd Monken. He's a first-time head coach. Typically, unless you go in as a first-time head coach and you draft a quarterback in the first round, the first-year head coaches tend to go to the unquestioned veterans for safe, right? Typically, that's the trend. So tie that in with on that end. And also, if you're Monken, it's easier to put Watson out there first as the starter and go to Shedeur rather than start with Shedeur and then go to Watson.
That sounds like politics.
It's not politics. That's just him being.
It's just common sense.
Easy. It's just easier for him as a first-year head coach. Now, if it was somebody like, let's just say John Harbaugh went there instead of New York, because they were in on Harbaugh. They were in on other people. Let's say a guy that has with a proven track record in the NFL had gone there, then I think I don't think it's I think he could sit there and just be like, hey, he has that presence to go in there and say, Shedeur's my guy, and just stand 10 toes down on that shit. But Monken is looking at it like, hey, I mean, just like the players, I got to get paid too. And that dude is 60 years old. This is really his one shot at, as Hugh Jackson used to call it, the big chair. So you want to stay in the big chair as long as possible. The best case scenario for him is you give both quarterbacks a chance this year. Let's just say low key, you kind of stink, which everyone thinks. And then you get your quarterback next year because you have 2 first-round picks. Chances are that second one's probably going to be on the back end of the first round because it's the Rams pick. But you then get your quarterback that you tie yourself to as a head coach.
So wait a minute.
They're definitely taking a quarterback.
So wait a minute. So wait a minute then. I hear what you're saying, and I can receive what you're saying, right? So what you're essentially telling me now is it's smarter to go with the veteran quarterback than it is to go with Shedeur just because he's getting a chance in the big chair. So it's smarter to go with the veteran, right? And if this veteran don't work and they ask,
that's
then
the only reason.
So you telling me, well, the main reason, right?
No, the main reason is Deshaun. I get his injury history, but he's also a proven commodity.
Okay, so all that being true, and you telling me if Deshaun Watson experiment does not work, then y'all gonna go get another quarterback in the draft next year. And although you got Shedeur right there, that's what you saying?
The only way
they're gonna get a quarterback no matter what Watson does.
I think. Hold on. Now let's just say it blows. Hold on. I'm gonna answer that. So they go with Deshaun the first few weeks of the season, and they get mollywopped. And I truly believe that, and I've said this to you guys in the back room, that I think Deshaun's last start as a Brown will be against the Steelers, Week 4, Thursday Night Football, because it's a short turnaround. That extended week, and they're going on the road to face the Jets the following week. I believe Shedeur starts there. The only way that I could see them not drafting a quarterback is if they go on like some insane run and they go, let's say 9-4 in Shedeur starts, or 10-3. You're asking me, Black. You're asking me about this quarterback thing. So I'm telling you.
I'm not mad at what you're saying. I'm not mad at what you're saying. I'm just amazed that this is what Shedeur has to deal with. He literally got to be perfect.
Look where he ended up. The biggest point of all this. The biggest point out of all this is look where he ended up. It's fucking Cleveland. Why are we surprised by anything Cleveland fucking does at this point? They have this track record of, since they came back in the league in 99, they have stunk. They have morbidly stunk. They have taken a team with a generational defensive stud and have wasted him to this point. They did nothing with him. They took a number 1 pick in Baker Mayfield, who was competent in Cleveland, and said, not good enough, and threw him away. This is the organization. No matter what GM's in place, no matter who buys the fucking team, they fucking suck up there. That is a fucking graveyard. They might as well rename the new fucking stadium the Morgue.
Crush, I'm with you, man. Get Shedeur up out of there.
Hold on.
Get him out of there, man.
Get Shedeur up out of there,
man. Let
me ask you a question. How come, and it's a dead serious question, how come it's never, and I agree with, I mean, Cleveland's a dumpster fire. I mean, they're amazingly worse than we are, which is a feat in itself. But why is it out of the realm of possibility that nobody can seem to utter the words that it's just possible that Shedeur is just not that good? Why is that not a possibility?
You want to know why? I'm about to answer that for you. I'm about to answer. You want to know why? Because as much as everybody cry about AOC not getting a fair chance, if anybody ain't getting a fair chance, it's Shedeur. Because I just sat here and heard no matter what Deshaun Watson does, which has already been proven, he's gonna start. And even if he don't play well, they're gonna go get another quarterback anyway, right? They don't even give Shedeur a chance to even cook. Even when he came in last year and played and inspired the team.
Wait, so you think every quarterback in the NFL just gets a
No,
chance to cook without getting another quarterback drafted?
I don't. But what I'm saying is this: it's already a foregone conclusion that y'all gonna skip that they're gonna skip over Shedeur anyway, because if they bring another quarterback in, they're gonna put him over Shedeur anyway, because they did it with Dylan Gabriel, they did it with old Flacco. They did it with broke down Watson. I mean, like, so it's not out the realm of possibility that they're gonna, if they go get a second round, any quarterback hired in the fifth round, they're gonna stick him in front of Shedeur. Like, so Shedeur doesn't even really get a chance to prove that he can lead this team, because no matter what he does, they're gonna put somebody else in front of him. So my thing is just, why do they even have Shedeur? Why? Why? Even if he ain't no good, why do they have him? Why do they even have him on the roster? Why?
A cheap insurance policy.
Yeah, I mean that's
That's
the
what it
easy
is.
answer.
Oh my
30,
goodness.
like 31 other teams. Two coaches. It's out of the realm of possibility that he just isn't good based on two different coaches seeing him under center. It's just it can't be that.
No,
It just can't be.
it could be that, but it ain't that. It ain't
But
that.
what's
It's not that
basing
Shedeur
that
not.
on?
It's not that Shedeur is not no good. Shedeur is not. Shedeur is not no
How
fifth
do you
round
know that?
quarterback,
What did
bro.
you see last year? All right. What did you see last year to make you think that he's better than a fifth round quarterback?
Well, because for one, we can start with how the players themselves responded around him. Let's start there. The men in the room that they're playing with, he inspired them. They were rallying behind Shedeur, the fifth round quarterback. Now I don't want to even get to the stats, because really I could look at the stats, but it ain't even really necessarily about the stats. It's about the why are y'all not playing him? Because it's not like he out there and looking like he don't know the plays. It's not like he ain't out there looking incompetent. It's that he's not getting a chance. It's like he make a mistake, he don't get a chance to rectify that mistake, because he's already behind the eight ball, because they brought him in. Man, we know that the league has talked to all 32 teams and said, don't none of y'all get Shedeur until the fourth or fifth round, and everybody complied to that. How do you go from being the number one pick, or like in the first, like being in the first round, to going to the fifth round? That's unprecedented. I ain't never heard a
Who
quarterback
in the hell
being
got him? Who? Wait. Who had him going number one?
in the first round. First,
Who
first
had
of
him
all,
going in the first round?
everybody in the media, a lot of people in the media was talking about him and Cam Ward. Him and Cam Ward. Who was gonna go first? Tom Brady gonna go get Shedeur. So we was talking about him. Even if none of those two teams got him, he was gonna be a first round pick. He went from being a first round pick to a fifth round pick. Like, really? Really, he should have never been talked about in the first round then, if he was really that bad. It's not because he's that bad. He's not that bad, bro. He might not be a first round pick, but he ain't no fifth round pick.
I didn't say. All right, the round is irrelevant. My point is he's on the team now. He's been on the team since last year. Why? It's amazing to me that it's just out of the realm possibility that him, like many other quarterbacks, just they don't see as a starting potential quarterback. I just don't understand how that's out of the realm of possibility. I
Because
don't get it.
Cleveland, y'all just told me Cleveland don't have any sense. Y'all told me how bad they make decisions, and you telling me we should trust their decision that Shedeur is not good? I'm not trusting nothing Cleveland does.
Remember this conversation. So, because what's going to happen next year is when they take a quarterback, because I believe that they will, and he ends up on another team, then we're going to be blaming the other team for collusion. Now he's
No, I
being
wouldn't.
included by
No,
another team.
I wouldn't. I
Just
wouldn't
remember this conversation. That's all I'm
unless
saying.
unless they stick him on another team that where quarterbacks go to die, like the Raiders, but he ain't gonna end up there. So if he ends up, the teams that the quarterbacks go to die is Cleveland and the Raiders. Let me think of another team that might be true about. I don't think there's really no other team really I could think of that's true. So if they stick him on,
Miami.
Because there ain't going to be a team kicking the door down for his services. You'll see.
if he goes to Miami and he stinks it up, if he goes to like Arizona and stinks it up, if Shedeur went to Minnesota, he would win the starting job in Minnesota for sure. If he went to Minnesota, he would start there.
You
So
think
you
he
tell me
starts over Kyler?
you tell me he not better than those two
Oh
quarterbacks on
my
that
God
roster?
Almighty!
So wait a minute, who are the quarterbacks on Minnesota roster? McCarthy. He
Kyler
not better than
Murray,
McCarthy?
Kyler Murray, and J.J. McCarthy.
He not better than McCarthy?
I think he might
McCarthy's
be
not the
better than
starter.
McCarthy, but I wouldn't put him ahead of Kyler.
Crutch. Crutch.
Yes, sir.
I've
So
seen
wait a minute.
Kyler with a stud wide receiver before.
So
I
You
actually
heard,
like Kyler going
you
up
heard
there.
what you said, right? You heard what you said. You seen Kyler with a stud receiver.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't seen Shedeur with a stud receiver. You ain't even seen Shedeur being given a chance. Kyler was given a chance, even when they said he don't study the playbook.
right.
Oh no, that he don't study the playbook stuff didn't come out until they gave him his money.
Yeah, but it's still
But still, somebody that don't study the playbook compared to somebody that studies the playbook and know where's to go. Just because Kyler Murray can run around the pocket for
Apparently
50 more
Shedeur
seconds
doesn't.
and throw the ball
Apparently Shedeur
downfield.
doesn't study it
Come
either.
on,
But
man.
Yeah,
we'll
because
deny that too.
there
so
were
wait a
clips
minute.
there
So
were
wait
clips
a minute.
included that
Shedeur,
say that Shedeur doesn't study the playbook. So that whole
that's a
argument
lie.
that you got, that's coming from Cleveland, bud. I sent those.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all trust Cleveland? Look,
I
last
trust
year
the
Shedeur,
insiders because they
look,
said since March that it was
See,
probably going to
this
be
is
Deshaun's job to lose, and they were right.
I could tell you that, and I'm not in the inside. I could have told you that.
Because
But look,
Shedeur don't study the playbook. That's what they said.
There,
yeah,
there
I
were
don't
there
believe
were
that.
insiders that came out and said that. Yes, you can go into the group chat, and there are clips. If you go up, some of them clips that I included, that they talk about things like him not studying the playbook and his snap count and snap to all that ratio shit.
Oh my
Those
God.
were actual discussions
But he was able to be fighting for the starting job.
because that's
Right.
how inept Deshaun Watson overall is. Yes,
But what happened to Dylan Gabriel?
we saw what happened with Dylan Gabriel.
he sucks
Does he
too.
study?
But
Back
you
to the
took him
point.
number one.
Does he study?
No, they didn't take him number one. They took him in the third round.
Does he study the playbook?
He stinks too. They don't have a quarterback.
Hey,
The end.
check this out. Last year, Shedeur went 3-4 as a quarterback. Is that good or bad?
That's
What do you
good
base
for a rookie.
With 7 starts, he went 3-4. Is that good or bad?
At the low bar
it,
that's
it,
Cleveland, it's
it's
average.
it's bad.
It's
I
not
mean,
it's not good.
It's
if that's good,
bad.
if that's good, then
Bad.
that's good, then ain't no should be a starting quarterback. What's his record?
Aiden O'Connell ain't played. What's his record? Aiden
Yeah,
O'Connell went 5-5 his rookie year, then went 2-5, and ain't played. He didn't start at all last year. So wait a minute. Aiden O'Connell ain't started He won 2 games 2 years ago, and in his rookie season 3 years ago, he won 5 games. He went
Okay,
5
so
and
over the
5,
course of a 17-game season, which is a full season, he went 7-10.
7 and 10, and y'all saying that he cool. So
which is
I
the
didn't say
same
he's
winning.
cool. I
That's
said for the low bar
basically the
that's
same
Cleveland,
winning
it's decent,
percentage.
but it ain't good. Let's.
So wait a minute. So going 3 and 4 your rookie season is bad. And wait a minute though. Ain't no
It's
Connor got
not.
what?
No, I didn't say bad. I said it's not good. I said it's average. It's literally average.
How many wins did Cleveland have last year?
What, 5? 4?
And Shedeur got 3 of them.
And didn't play till what, week 9?
And then he even went to the Pro Bowl.
Okay, don't bring up that Pro Bowl shit
No,
after
wait a
12
minute.
other quarters. No.
Wait. I'm not saying.
That is the
I'm not,
biggest.
hold on.
No,
Wait a minute. No.
look,
Hey, y'all
I'm
saying-
here. Hold up. I'm here for all the arguments for Shedeur.
They
If
don't
you
even
would have
have the
asked
Pro Bowl
me
anymore.
who I would have started week 1, me personally, I think I would have leaned Shedeur, and then after Deshaun Watson's comments on Saturday, I'd have been like, well, I definitely am starting Shedeur now because I want none of that smoke. That's me personally. However, I'm not here to hear one other fucking statement about him being a Pro Bowler because that thing is such a fucking joke. Breaking news tonight, they're doing away with the fucking Pro Bowl. That's how much of a joke it is now. So
Hey.
you can bring up his resume. Do not utter the words Pro Bowl, please.
Hey, it's
Please.
such a joke that no other quarterback on that roster got that. I mean, granted, I wouldn't say he a Pro Bowl caliber quarterback, but how come it wasn't somebody else other than him? How did it happen to land on his lap if he's so bad?
Because another quarterback.
Because they literally went to 10 other quarterbacks and said, would you like to participate? And they said,
And why wasn't it
no.
Kyler Murray? Why wasn't it Kyler Murray?
Because, oh my laptop, bud. He's in the
Why wasn't it Kyler
NFC.
Murray?
Wrong conference, bud.
Okay. Why wasn't it you right? So why wasn't it let me think of another quarterback. Why wasn't it Joe Flacco then? He started the year. Why?
He was a Pro Bowler last year.
Oh, did he? Let me look at this Pro Bowl roster. But who was under Shedeur? Who's under him? You tell me they picked the last person in that conference to
Let's
go to
see.
the Pro
Aaron
Bowl?
Rodgers was hurt. He said no. I'm just going over all the quarterbacks that said no.
Yep.
John, can you look it up? Because my phone's already fucking up. Like the amount of quarterbacks that said no.
Hold on. Let me tell you who got picked before Shedeur last year. Justin Fields, who was 2-7, he turned it down. Hold on. This is great.
Oh shit.
Hold on. They asked 14 AFC quarterbacks to go to the Pro Bowl. Let me give you the names. It's hilarious. 14. Oh my God Almighty. Hold on.
And we know Josh Allen and Bo
Give me the
Nix
names.
both couldn't go because they were hurt, and Drake May couldn't go because he was in the Super Bowl. So there's the top 3 right there gone.
Allen out, Herbert out, Mahomes out, Ward out, Jones out, Bo out, Fields out, Rodgers out, Burrow out, Trevor out, CJ out, Tua out, Tyrod Taylor got friggin' ass before Shedeur Sanders. Geno Smith, he was on the Raiders. He got ass. He won less games. They all got picked in front of Shedeur Sanders. So what were you saying about the Pro Bowl again?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look,
Okay.
let's not
All
utter the
right.
word Pro Bowl.
You made your point,
We
but
can
it don't
discuss
matter.
Shedeur's resume. Let's
Matter.
just agree.
Hold
Just
on.
agreement.
Wait, Josh, hold on for a second. Wait, hold on. Josh, hold on. Wait, hold on. I just want to remind Black that there's only 16 teams in the AFC, and they asked 14 quarterbacks that couldn't play.
So who was under him? Who was under him? Who was under him?
It was probably Tua in Miami.
I told
He named Tua. Who was under him?
Cam Ward.
Who else made? No, Cam didn't play. Cam he got hurt.
They asked Cam. Okay.
He gave you all the names: Allen, Herbert, Mahomes, Ward, Jones, Bo, Fields, Rodgers, Burrow, Trevor, CJ, Tua, Tyrod, and Geno.
Well, wait a minute. They couldn't ask Drake May because Drake May was in the Super Bowl. So that's all. That's all the other quarterbacks accounted for. But let's hold up. Now, what I was saying, let's make it a gentleman's agreement, much like that, like how we have a certain player that plays he now got traded to the Raptors. We can't utter his name until he plays in the league again. We cannot utter the words Pro Bowl for anything to do with any player's resume after the year of our Lord, after COVID. We can't use Pro Bowl.
So, okay. So
wait,
telling me.
Wait, before we ask the Pro Bowl, hold on. Wait, real quick. Before we ask the Pro Bowl argument, because I'm sure you're regretting even saying that. Real quick, the year before that, I just for transparency purposes, Derek Carr, 2 years before that, made the Pro Bowl, and he wasn't even on an NFL roster. The year they sent him, the year he went home in his last year in Vegas, he made the Pro Bowl on his couch. So we can't use the credibility of the Pro Bowl because that does not work, bro.
So gentlemen's agreement. Since COVID, we can't bring up Pro Bowl. Pre-COVID,
what?
If you made the Pro Bowl, it was legit.
Pre-COVID. Okay. All right. We'll nix the Pro Bowl argument. But what I do know is this, though. Granted that anybody could have made the Pro Bowl apparently, other than Shedeur. Like, I guess he was the last quarterback left, and there was nobody else to ask. Right? That's what y'all telling me.
That's what the NFL's telling you.
No, I'm just saying, based on it was no other quarterbacks they could have asked.
That's what the NFL is telling you.
No, them 16 teams that started their quarterbacks, they got backups too. So that's
Look,
what
you guys are really trying here. I'm just being.
I'm just saying. No, I'm asking a question. I'm asking you guys gave me this exhausted list of all the people that turned it down.
That's the NFL's list. It's not my list, bro.
I understand it. I said you told me the list. I didn't say you made up the list. I'm saying you told me the list of the exhausted quarterbacks that turned it down. So who else could they could have chose other than Shedeur? Nobody? Y'all telling me nobody else? He was the only one left that it was like, well, we might as well give it to him because he's the only one left. That's what happened.
I don't know. Is Andy Dalton still alive? I have no idea, man. I
know because Joe Burrow's backup played damn near the whole year.
I mean, they could have asked Tyler Huntley.
Oh, wait, no, Tyler. No, he made the Pro Bowl. He made the Pro Bowl, bro. Hold up, no. He made the Pro Bowl last year. He was on Baltimore, right? Yeah. He made the Pro Bowl.
Oh shit. Well,
there you go. So what were you saying, Black?
So literally a backup quarterback.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, can we get off the Pro Bowl subject, fellas? Come on, this is bad.
We gotta.
I know 3 and 4 in Cleveland is not bad. You can say it's average. Okay, cool. All right, it's average. But did Dylan Gabriel get asked to go to the Pro Bowl and he turned it down too? I'm just asking. I don't know. I'm asking.
No, but we're not discussing Dylan Gabriel over Shedeur anymore. That ship has sailed.
But I said he didn't get asked, but he sucks too.
The reason why I'm asking that is because we're not going to sit here and act like Shedeur was just some throwaway and they threw him in there and it wasn't no people that he beat out. Like Dylan Gabriel was actually on the same roster as him, right? So shouldn't Dylan Gabriel be better than him?
He should be, but they don't have a quarterback.
Based on the front office's evaluation and Stefanski apparently, quote unquote, being so overwhelmed and in love with Dylan Gabriel, by all their metrics, should Dylan Gabriel have been better than Shedeur? Yes. But again, this is Cleveland we are talking about. Like, we have to throw actual logic out the goddamn window with them sometimes.
So why are y'all using logic when it comes to Shedeur? That's the point. That's the issue I got.
Because you're asking a question.
When it comes to anti Shedeur. We use all the logic in the world. The logic is that nobody else was in the Pro Bowl, was a Pro Bowl available because logically he was a de facto default guy. Okay, cool. Using logic. Logic says really black. That wasn't a good argument logically. You guys are right. Logically, you're right. But then when it comes to somebody else, then we can evenly say, well, you know what? It's Cleveland. Cleveland don't never do anything right. I'm like, well, why doesn't that apply to how they're handling Shedeur? How come we don't? How come it's not possible? We don't know what Shedeur can do because he's in Cleveland. How come that
Black,
can't
I
be the argument?
literally said earlier, if it were me, I would have gone Shedeur and I would have discarded Deshaun Watson. But once again, it's not up to me. I don't run that shit in Cleveland. Frankly, I wouldn't go to fucking Cleveland if they asked me. Unless, of course, you want to give me $250 million guaranteed, then I can be swayed.
Right.
But that aside from that, like from my end, I would just be like, you know what? Deshaun is never going to be what he was when you bought him for $1 to $1 straight up, and you mortgaged the farm, the neighbor's land, you mortgaged your wife's engagement ring or wedding ring, the cars, you mortgaged everything on that dude. And it turned out to be nothing more than fucking folly. That's on you as an organization that flopped. But as soon as I can cut that dead weight, I cut that shit. That's not them. I would have gone Shedeur and just said, here's the game plan this year, boys. And I would have had, I know we said, we bring up Dylan Gabriel. I would have taken the two young guys into the room and said, look, we're banking this season on the two of you. One of you or both of you are going to get the chance to show out. If you do, fantastic. That's what we've been fucking dying for around here. If you don't, I'm telling you right now, shit's changing here. And we're going to go with the draft capital that we have next year that we've lined up, because we literally just gave away our generational talent on defense, and we got a first round pick, and we got that additional first round pick. So going into the season, hey, we're not blindsiding you. Shedeur, you're going first. You ended the year as the starter. You come in the starter. Now, Deshaun is going to be on this roster, but it's Shedeur and Dylan's game. They're 1-2. You get hurt, next guy up. But this season, you either do it or you don't. Me personally, that is what I would have done. I'm not up there, though. The last time I wore orange and brown was in high school, because that's my high school colors. So I'm out of that shit. I don't wear that shit anymore.
Hold on, man.
I would have given him the full year to properly evaluate, especially as a new head coach, how he fits my system, my scheme, in actual game setting. Not even forget summer camp, forget helmet and shorts. In game situations against real defenses that are coming to take your fucking head off, in my scheme, which I got Lamar looking pretty good down there. My scheme worked for Lamar. It got me this gig. Let me go ahead and try this shit out up here and see how he fits with my scheme. If he does it, great, because I got 2 first-round picks to go and get weapons and get better elsewhere. But if he don't, and Dylan Gabriel don't show me shit, which I doubt, but again, you give them the chance. Like if Sanders gets hurt, next young guy stepping up.
Wait. So if Shedeur shouldn't be playing, that means Dylan Gabriel should be out the league then.
Again,
because
I
Dylan
didn't say
Gabriel
Shedeur
literally.
shouldn't be playing.
No,
I
no,
would
no,
start him.
no. Wait, hold on. I thought we were. I thought we came to the conclusion that Shedeur isn't maybe like. Well, maybe John is saying that like, how come we can't come? Why we can't fathom the fact that maybe he's just not no good. Let's say I accept that he's
I
not no
could have
good,
swore
right?
10 minutes ago. I could have swore 10 minutes ago. I said Dylan Gabriel ain't good either. I
No,
said
no,
they
no,
don't have a quarterback. That means they
no. I
also.
agree.
That's what I mean by that.
Wait, I didn't hear you. My bad. Say that
I
again.
said Cleveland does not have a starting quarterback on their roster.
Right,
That
right,
includes Gabriel, the
right,
man on the moon, Deshaun Watson, Shedeur
right,
Sanders.
right,
They don't have
Whoever
this
that
draft.
fourth,
They did not
whoever that
acquire this
fourth
draft
quarterback is.
capital. They
right,
did not
right.
acquire this draft capital to draft offensive linemen and wide receivers. They already got their
So,
wide receivers. Their capital
so,
is to take a quarterback. That's their
so,
plan.
so with that
Bank on
being
it.
said,
Mhm.
Shadeur's not good enough to be the starter because you're saying they don't have a starter really, right?
Neither is Gabriel. Yes,
Right.
and neither
So,
is
but
Gabriel.
Dylan Gabriel shouldn't be in the league at all then, if that's the case. If that's the case, Dylan Gabriel should not be in the league at all. At
I don't even
all.
see. You see
And
why
he
that's
went.
relevant because neither one of them are going to be on that team next
No,
year.
it's relative. Well, I bet you Shador is going to be in the league, and I bet
I
you if Shador
bet
go to
you.
another team.
I bet you neither one of them will be on the Cleveland Browns next year.
I
Put
That would
name
mean,
be
number.
hold
no,
up, hold up,
no.
hold up. Before
I
we
don't
get to the
know.
bet,
Maybe not.
hold on. If uh, I mean, if a dude like Nathan Peterman can last 6, 7 years, I'm not making a 6, 7 joke, by the way. If he can last in the league like what 6 or 7 years, and I saw that dude play at Pitt, not to mention what he looked like in the league, especially at Buffalo. If he can last 6 or 7 years, a dude like Gabriel can float around. Hell, Kenny Pickett's doing a great job of that right now.
They'll both latch on somewhere else, no doubt. But they're going to be holding clipboards. That's all. That's what I'm saying. I don't care where they end up. Neither, but I can tell you, neither one of them are going to end up taking a ball from under center.
They said Trey Lance is still in the league.
Correct.
Yeah, $8 million a year backup.
Yeah. I mean, JJ McCarthy is going to still be in this damn league. And not even Kevin O'Connell in that Minnesota offensive system can save him.
So here you go.
Honestly, I'm dead serious. This is
Yeah, I
going to
mean, there's
sound
like
crazy.
there's like
Hold
8
on.
quarterbacks in the NFL.
Hold on. This is going to
somewhere.
sound crazy, and I can imagine because I'm not in front of the phone at the moment. I can only imagine Black's initial reaction to how I'm going to say this. But hear me out. Shedeur should absolutely follow the path of Baker. Leave Cleveland, and if you can latch on with somebody like a Sean McVay or a Kevin O'Connell in Minnesota, and you take a year to just even be a backup, ain't nothing wrong with getting your money and being a backup. But if you go there, Sam Darnold did the same damn thing. He was floating around the league after seeing ghosts. He left New York. He got out. The Jets and the fucking Browns are in a morbid state unto their own. Those two fucking poisonous, venomous franchises, especially when it comes to quarterbacks. Shedeur leaves Cleveland, goes somewhere. Like if he's the backup, if he goes to the Rams and he backs up, but he's sitting there with McVay, and McVay is a quarterback guru. He sits with him and learns under that tree for a year. He signs a 1-year deal, and then he takes off and he goes somewhere else and he wins a job. Similar path to what Baker had to do. If I'm Shedeur, that's where I'm going when I get my ass out of Cleveland. I'm going where there is a roster spot available under a quarterback guy, whether that's Sean Payton in Denver, McVay with the Rams, O'Connell with the Vikings. Like I'm going off the top of my head. I'm like running the
Reed,
clock. Andy
Reed in
Reid.
Kansas City.
Yeah, Reed in Kansas City. Get somewhere where you can just sit there and become a fucking sponge with no pressure on you at all. And just fucking soak that shit in and use it for the rest of your career.
Look, that's the only
And you can make bank.
route. That's the only route Shedeur had. Because the thing about even with Baker Mayfield was one game away from being out of the league. But we knew at the time that he was better. He was good enough to play for somebody. But he was one team away from going and being out of the league, and he happened to play the Raiders. So that's why where he at. Right. So we knew that Baker Mayfield was good enough to be a starter in the league, but he was on his way out the league. Now, you want to know why? Because they didn't like Baker Mayfield. They didn't like his attitude. They didn't like what he stood for. So they was going to push him out the league unless he fixed his attitude. And they fixed his attitude for him. Same thing with Shedeur. Shedeur is not like a player that cannot play in this league. Like he's not even a backup in this league. He could start in this league, but we don't have enough paperwork to validate that because he hasn't started enough in the league. I mean, he went 3-4. I mean, I guess that's not good. So let me ask y'all this. Aiden O'Connell goes to Cleveland. What does Aiden O'Connell do in Cleveland? Because I'm looking at this comment says Brown should trade for AOC. Maybe they would have a chance. And he might have been playing or whatever, but what is Aiden O'Connell? If Aiden O'Connell comes to hold on. If Aiden O'Connell goes to Cleveland, what is his record, his first year?
Oh, God.
Not good. He's another Ty Detmer, Bailey Zappi type up there. Like they're just.
What's the record? Give me a number.
Who are they playing from week to week? That has everything to do with it.
Here, I'll tell you what his record is in the division. Hold on. I'll tell you what his record is in the division.
0-6. Well, maybe not. He actually did beat Kansas City twice. You never know.
They don't got Myles Garrett up there anymore.
60 yards and 129 yards. Like,
They go 0-6 in the division.
Yeah, I mean that's Shedeur numbers, really.
What? 60
Those
yards
numbers
and 129 yards?
Yeah, Shedeur had quite a few games under 200 yards last year.
No, neither one of them was 60 yards. We talking about 60 yards.
I said under 200. Under 200.
Yeah, and then the other one was 129. That's under 130. 200. If he had 200, that'd be a game for him. At that point, I would be happy. And granted, he did have a game where he threw a couple touchdowns, but they fumbled the ball, and we didn't get the field goal opportunity with AP. But I'm just trying to understand, like, where is this measuring stick for Shedeur? Because we're saying that he's no good, but he's playing on a team that historically is known to not know how to handle quarterbacks. So how do we know what Shedeur is as a quarterback? Because Dylan Gabriel went 1-5 as a starting quarterback there, but he got 7 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. And I'm like, dang, maybe he could go somewhere else and actually be a good quarterback, or at least serviceable quarterback. Maybe it's just Cleveland. So I'm like, it's probably Cleveland. So I could even go so far and be like, Dylan Gabriel could probably play somewhere else because he's playing in Cleveland. Well, why doesn't that apply to Shedeur? Like, how do we know already Shedeur just ain't him?
But why do you assume? I mean, we talked about this earlier when we were texting that. I literally said 2 things can be true. Cleveland can be Cleveland, and he could possibly not be good enough to be an NFL starter.
Possibly.
I literally said 2 things can be true.
Yeah, possibly, but we don't know that yet.
Well, we're not going to know that until we're not going to know that definitively until he leaves Cleveland. And
Exactly.
I think based on them going, let's call it. Let's just say let's just play devil's advocate and just say Monken was being conservative in going with Watson. Let's just put a little label on that and say he went conservative in naming Watson. By them going conservative, that is everything Shedeur needs to know to be like, okay, look, I'm gonna play out the string. I'm not gonna be that dude in the locker room. I'm gonna be rah-rah. I'm gonna support. If I get any mics and cameras in my face, I'm gonna say the right damn things. I'm gonna do the right damn things. I'm gonna be the first to show up every day. All that stuff. But at the end of the day, come January, hey, nothing for me is guaranteed here, and I see the writing on the wall. Just
No.
trade or release me.
Shedeur, what Shedeur needs to go do is go get into a high speed in Cleveland and I don't know, do something to get out of Cleveland, bro. Do anything to get out of Cleveland.
Maybe
No,
he
you
should
can't
ask to
do
see if he can go back to
you can't do
Colorado.
anything. He can't do anything because then he'll be with Shiloh, and they both will be online streaming like Shiloh do now. He's a streamer now. Like this. I can't say that Shedeur is. I don't know what Shedeur is because he's in Cleveland. That's the only thing I can come up with at this point.
Hmm.
Like I think he
How
can
come
play.
Shedeur? How come Shiloh's not in the league?
Shiloh's not in the league because he really ain't that good.
Why not?
Because his skill set. Because he's kind
He
of
said,
slow.
"Why not?"
Because he's kind of slow.
But so it's possible that only one brother isn't good enough, not both of them. That's what I'm
What do you
asking you.
mean? It's possible, but it also could be possible that Shedeur could be good too because his dad is good. Like that could be possible too.
Oh my God.
No, wait a minute.
All
You
right. No,
can't.
no, 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 no,
So
no.
you can.
Oh,
See,
we're,
this is why I have a problem. Is
Uh,
you can attach Shedeur to Shiloh, but you can't attach Shedeur to his dad. Why? Why attach him to either one?
that all wrong. No, no,
Why
no.
attach him to
I
either one?
That's where you got it all wrong. I don't attach either one of them to Dion. There's only one Dion. That's it.
No, I get that, but I'm just saying why do that? I wouldn't attach them to either one of them. You asked me why it's not possible that both brothers could be no good.
Because
All I'm
the
saying
thing
is,
is, I
all I'm
know
saying
that
is we don't know.
because I know that there's something inside you that feels he should be good because he is Dion's son.
No, it has nothing to do with that. It has
Yeah, I
nothing to do
believe
with
that,
that
bro.
at all. At all. I never use him as a
I'm looking at
I
this.
never use Dion as an argument when it comes to Shedeur. The only reason why I said that was because you attached him to Shiloh. And I'm like, well, if you can attach him to Shiloh, why wouldn't you attach him to this is the double standard that I keep saying. This is my whole
What is the
argument.
double standard?
Because I don't know what Shedeur is in the NFL. I don't know because he's playing in Cleveland. But the thing is, it's a double standard because we could determine what Shedeur is in Cleveland, but we can't determine what anybody else is because it's Cleveland. And I'm saying that's a double standard. I
Why
think
is it a double standard? I don't
it's a
get it.
double.
Because I at no point did I ever at no point did I ever just take it target him. I literally have said in my opinion, from the very beginning that all three of the quarterbacks are no good, or
How do
not.
you
When I
know?
say no good, meaning they're not good enough. They're not they are not QB1s. I never kept it about Sanders. I've
How do we
over
know
and
that?
over said they don't.
How
Well,
do
I
we
mean,
know that?
what do you mean? How do we know that?
How do we know that they're not QB1s? They're playing in Cleveland. Because Baker Mayfield, apparently they didn't think he was a QB1 either.
No, you never heard me say that I didn't think when Baker was in Cleveland that I didn't think he was a
No, I'm
QB1.
not saying you said that. I'm saying Cleveland don't. What I'm saying is Cleveland. You can't tell what a QB1 is by judging how they play in Cleveland. So why are we judging Shedeur based on how he played in
No,
Cleveland?
you're right. But if you go back, all I'm saying is like long before he even got drafted by Cleveland, I said I didn't think he would make it in the NFL. And I didn't even know who he was getting drafted by. So we'll see how it turns out.
I'm just saying we won't know until he leave Cleveland. He needs to leave Cleveland. But let's see what these people say in Cleveland. Well, this is Cleveland Sports Podcast. And I don't know. Maybe I mean, like the way they're looking at it, maybe they can tell me something I don't know because I'm like I can't judge what it is because it's Cleveland. It's literally Cleveland.
Down in his quarterback room.
Yes, he did.
Yes,
Jake.
he did. He came out yesterday in the press conference that was heard around the world. Talked about his decision to go with Deshaun Watson, guys, over Shedeur Sanders. And he mentioned the fact that you have a situation where he took the totality of the body of work when it came to what his decision was. When you look at it after watching the game against the Bills and you watch the different things, McNuggets, you have the quote right here.
Yeah, just in case anyone isn't fully aware, it's exactly what Todd Monken said in deciding on Deshaun over Shedeur. Quote, Deshaun is going to start against Jacksonville, took in the full body of work over the course of the offseason, to training camp, to the games, the joint practice, and ultimately felt like to start the season on the road, Deshaun gave us the best chance to move the ball and score points. I mean, that's really what it's about, and felt the way going into the last game, but wasn't sure. And after we talked as a staff and after we looked at everything, we're going to go in that direction.
Do y'all agree with that statement?
Hell no.
Yes, I do because like I said, starting quarterback battles aren't necessarily won in preseason games.
Mm-hmm. So what about you, Josh? You believe this? Because you just told me he gonna only play 4 games. You just said you're gonna go play 4 games.
Right. Right. So if you read the statement, it specifically states to start the season on the road. Their first 2 games are on the road in Jacksonville, in Tampa, against Baker. He obviously feels that, hey, based on what he's seen through all that, hey, we're going to go with Deshaun. Once again, I'm going to reiterate, I find that to be conservative, very conservative. But I'm also not the first-time head coach. And I'm not 60 years old with my one. This is my one and only shot. So he went conservative. I think, yes, I think by sitting there and looking at everything and then saying, you know what, if it was close, because there's a gentleman on that panel who writes for The Athletic. I believe his name is Jason White, I believe. He has stated that even though he's not the biggest fan of Deshaun Watson, he thought that Deshaun Watson played his last game and was on record as saying that he thought that should be his last game when he tore his Achilles 2 years ago. He has stated he was one of the first ones that came out and said, with this staff, if it's even close, they're going to go with Deshaun Watson. And it's come out that, hey, tie goes to the seasoned veteran, as it were. Do I agree with it? No. So do I think Monken's lying when he says that? No. I believe he feels that way. I personally think it's the wrong thing to do. But do I think he feels that way? Yeah. And boy, is he taking a lot of shit for it. But
why is it? Why do you feel it's the wrong thing? Why do you think it's the wrong thing to do?
Because I believe this year they set themselves up in April when they have made the moves that they made. You don't make those moves and you do not get rid of a guy, a generational, pure first ballot Hall of Famer, arguably the best defensive player since Aaron Donald. We can have the arguments, but point blank, Myles Garrett is a generational defensive player. And you, up until this point, Cleveland had been built primarily, and they had studs on the defensive side of the ball. You do not make the moves Cleveland has made in the draft and after the draft. You do not make those moves unless you fully intend on this being a boom or bust year for your quarterbacks. The easiest way and the fairest way to find out what you have with the young quarterbacks on staff is to let them play, not in shorts, in game action. You get a full year under my system. What you did last year under Stefanski, okay, I see that. We can break that film down. I can show you what I think here and what could have been different, what could have gone better, what were you seeing here, all that shit. Here's my system. You are going to get a year in my system. Use it or lose it. He didn't go that route. That he went conservative and said, I'm gonna let the veterans start the first few games. I truly believe he will get through the first 2 weeks. I personally think Cleveland will get stomped, especially week 2. I think Baker's going to put up 350 plus. I believe they're going to get stomped. They're going to come home. And if he doesn't name Shedeur the starter for the home opener, he can't name him the starter for week 4 unless, of course, Deshaun gets hurt, because that's a 3-day turnaround. And that's hosting the Steelers. If they're 0-4, he's done. And they hand the reins to Shedeur, and he starts at the Jets week 5.
Week 5. Then there's 12 games left. And if he goes 6-6, they go get another quarterback and throw him in front of Shedeur?
Well, it'd be 13 games left, but
okay, let's say he goes 6-7. You said week 4. That's 4 games. Yeah, they got to play 17. You're right. So let's say he goes 6-7. They draft a quarterback, and then they're gonna put him in front of Shedeur.
They ain't gonna put him in front of Shedeur. Shedeur ain't gonna be on the team.
I think Shedeur after the year, during those exit meetings, like let's say the scenario you just presented happens. They finish 6-11. They've got let's just say the Rams do win the Super Bowl. So that means the Browns will have like the 6th and 32nd pick. And Shedeur walks into those exit meetings and he's like, so what are we looking at for next year? If I'm the coach and the GM in those meetings, hey, we're going to look at a quarterback.
Shedeur should slap the taste out of somebody's mouth.
Shedeur should be like, that is your right as an organization. I respect that. I will promptly ask as my want and right to do for you to please trade me or give me my outright release.
Yeah, I agree. Or slap the taste out of somebody's mouth.
Well, no, because if he does something silly like that, then it's ugly. He can slap in his mind. In his mind, he can slap the taste out of somebody.
Yeah, in his mind.
But hold that shit in. Yeah, hold that shit in. Write it in a journal. Save it for the book you drop.
Yeah, I want to ask these questions from the chat, but this statement that we just heard, I heard the similar statement last year about Shedeur. And they was like, well, we feel like Joe Flacco give us a better chance to win. We feel like Dylan Gabriel give us a better chance to win. And neither one of them gave them a better chance to win because Shedeur won more games than them. Than both of them.
Oh my God, dude! With these wins,
No, wait a minute. We can't. So wait a minute. We can't say, you earned the game in the OTAs or in practice. No, you didn't say OTAs, but
no,
you earned them in practice. And I'm like, wait a minute. Let's look at the
yeah, and
actual
in 2 years
NFL
he
games
hasn't beat anybody
themselves.
out.
In the actual NFL games, the people that y'all made this little elaborate statement saying that these players they give us a better chance to win. Then you put them out there and then they fail on their face, and then you have to put Shedeur in, and then he happens to go out there and then he plays better than these guys. But then you're gonna tell me, well, he ain't really better than them. He really ain't that good. Like
Can I
he's not a
ask Black,
starter.
if you allow me, let me flip the question to you. What if he goes 3-9 or 3-10? What if he goes 3-10 in those 13 games?
Mm-hmm.
Then what?
What about it? It's Cleveland. Ain't that what y'all say? Ain't that what y'all say? Ain't that what y'all tell me?
It's cool.
Cleveland. That's what y'all tell me.
He's legit if you
Because
go 6-7, but if he
it's
goes
Cleveland.
3-9, it's because it's Cleveland.
It's Cleveland. No, that's what y'all say.
Oh, man.
So, but when I say it, it don't make sense. Right, right. So if he go 3-9, right, I'm gonna be like, you know what, Shedeur, you got a lot of work to do, and you're a backup at this point.
All right.
Yes, and you should
And
go somewhere else and be the backup.
you need to leave. And no matter what he does, he needs to leave and be a backup. I'm not saying he should go anywhere and start because he hasn't earned that yet from the position that he's in right now. He hasn't earned that yet. So yeah, you got to go somewhere and be a backup. Like I'm not saying he's supposed to go somewhere and start. I'm just saying he should go somewhere else because he's
So,
not.
wait,
So
I just had to do so. I want to see if this. I want to see if this 3-4 record that you're talking about has more credibility than the Pro Bowl. All right, ready?
Oh man, wait, look, we just made a gentleman's agreement an hour ago to not utter the words Pro
So
Bowl.
we've put the Pro Bowl in the past. So let's go. Let's look at the 3-4 record. Win number 1 against the Raiders. All right.
he beat the Raiders.
Yes, he beat the
Yes.
Raiders. There's the W. That was his first NFL start. Things are looking up. Things are looking up, right? I'm a 1-0 quarterback. The following week, they lose 26-8 against San Francisco. Things didn't go so well.
Yeah,
Following week,
the Niners.
the best game of his probably of the season, despite it being a loss, was against his counterpart Cam Ward. They lost that one 31-29. He actually did have a pretty solid game there.
Yes.
Then the following week goes to Chicago, loses 31-3. Following week he goes at home against Buffalo, loses 23-20. So now he's 1-4 as a starter. So now here's his back-to-back wins. All right, in one of the worst possible NFL games in history, he wins 13-6 against Pittsburgh. I remember watching that game. That was 13-6.
Dropped
they
3
win.
fucking picks. I'm just we're not talking about that.
So he lost a playoff caliber team.
He won a playoff.
No, wait a minute.
team.
So
Okay.
far the teams that those are playoff caliber. Those are
Okay.
playoff teams that we're talking about,
Okay.
right?
He beat a playoff team. You know what? He beat a division winner. Yes. All right. He beat a division winner.
Okay.
And then in week 18, when everybody wants to go home, they got their bags packed. He beat the Cincinnati Bengals.
Did Burrow play in that game? I think he did.
No.
Okay. And okay, so
I mean,
what does that mean? So what does that mean? That those aren't legitimate wins?
I'm asking you because you're the one that is touting the 3-4 record. Is beating the Raiders a legitimate win?
Yes.
I'm asking. Okay. Yes. I'm just asking. Mm-hmm. All right. So is losing by 30 legitimate?
Yes. It's a legitimate loss. It's a legitimate loss. Yeah, it's a legitimate loss. They got stomped. He got stomped. It's legitimate. But who did they lose to? The Niners, right?
That's a better question. All right, let me rephrase the question. Are they
Especially
winning and losing these 3-4? This 3-4 record. Are you saying that he's the reason they won the games? Is what I'm asking.
What I'm saying is this. They came out with a statement just like we just heard, talking about
Mhm.
these other two quarterbacks give them a better chance to win games, right? And then
Well,
those two
he beat
quarterbacks,
Dylan Gabriel out. He didn't beat Dylan Gabriel out last year. Dylan Gabriel got hurt. That's why he played.
yeah, that's fine.
They didn't say we're benching Dylan Gabriel
Fine.
because whatever, he got knocked out.
He only won one. He only won one game out of all them games he played, though. He only won one game.
No, I get it. Well, like
So,
I mean, I've
so
already
my
gone on
thing,
record saying he's not good either. So
so
it
my
doesn't
thing
matter
is
to me
that
what Dylan Gabriel did.
when you were given the opportunity, what did you do? They literally came out with statements sounding just like this, talking about Joe Flacco give us the best chance. He played 3 games there or 4 games, and they got him up out of there. And what did they do? Put Dylan Gabriel in there. Then he went in there and got cracked up, and he played like 7 games or 6 games and won 1 game. And so then you have to put Shedeur in. Now you put Shedeur in, he win 3 games, which is better than both of them. Now it's, well, they played at the end of the year when everybody was packing up to go home, and he won this game because he was playing the Raiders, and he won this game because everybody, it was sick and it was the flu game. Like, I mean, like, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
It's a double
Hold on,
standard.
hold on, 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 hold on. The
Yeah.
Flacco argument. Hold on, the Flacco argument. Here's where I go against. Here's where Stefanski came out and said Flacco gives him the best chance because Flacco had done it before in Stefanski's system in Cleveland. So it was never really a quarterback competition in the sense of them all striving for the number 1 gig. Once the Browns figured out that Kenny Pickett being hurt and wasn't getting any reps, they traded him in camp and just said, okay, it's Flacco and the young dudes. And
Oh
then
yeah, I forgot about him.
right,
Thank you.
but Stefanski then went in the year, like there was no debate, there was no quarterback competition. I mean, there was discussion up there, but there was never a debate as to the starter.
No, there was between the second and third quarterback.
Correct. Which, hey, look, Stefanski, and even if it was close, Stefanski was always going to side with Gabriel initially because Gabriel was his dude that he stumped for and picked in the 3rd round. No matter what else, no matter how terrible we think he is and believe he is, at the end of the day, Stefanski tied himself to Dylan Gabriel by drafting him where he drafted him and gave him the opportunity first, based on that alone.
So he got fired for it.
Look, Stefanski saw the writing on the wall after the first couple of weeks of the season and said, "Look, I'm gonna do Joe a service, and I'm not gonna sit here and go to Gabriel and have Joe sit here and just mire away. If we can find him somewhere to go, we're going to get him out of here and let him go play. Because you don't just trade him to Cincinnati unless you're doing Joe a solid. So so the whole discussion about Flacco legitimately gave them the best chance out of the chute last year because he had played and had won in Stefanski's system in Cleveland.
He gave them the best chance, but they didn't win, though.
Correct.
They didn't win, though.
But that's the gamble you take.
Okay, so hold on then. So Stefanski really had 2 bites at the apple because he hitched himself to Joe Flacco, but they got him out of there quick enough where you couldn't judge it. So then it was Dylan Gabriel. So consequently, it might not be the full reason why he got fired or ran out or whatever, but since you attached yourself to them 2 quarterbacks and they weren't successful, you're out of here. Now, with Monken, what Monken is doing is he's attaching himself to who? He's attaching himself to Deshaun Watson now, right? Ain't that what he's doing?
I believe he's not attaching.
I think so.
I believe he like this goes back to what I said earlier. I think he's being conservative in just allowing a vet the chance to start first. I
he
would not do that. But he's a first time head coach. And hey, I just think that he's going to go in. I think the real attachment is a quarterback that he drafts and he's tied to. That is also assuming, because Cleveland being Cleveland, that he's actually going to be the head coach next year too.
exactly. Exactly. And then if he do get fired this year, it's because he attached himself to Deshaun Watson, because that's the quarterback that he used. You can't absolve yourself from attaching yourself from a quarterback because he wasn't yours. Like whoever's on the roster, that's who it is. That's no different than Clint Kubiak. If Clint Kubiak would have came in here and didn't go get Kirk Cousins and we sit Mendoza and Aiden O'Connell came in and stunk up the room and then they fired him after that, it's because you attached yourself to Aiden O'Connell instead of going with Fernando. Well, let's take Fernando out of it because he actually drafted Fernando, so he would probably go with Fernando.
Correct.
So
That's where.
But let's just take Fernando out of that equation. But let's just say if it was only if it was only Kirk Cousins and AOC, if he decided to go with AOC, then that's the quarterback you're attaching yourself to. Just like Monken is attaching himself. He's attaching himself to Deshaun Watson because even with this statement, he said he gives him the best chance to win. So I don't know. I think Monken will have more than 1 year. I think they probably will get a quarterback, like you said, and he'll get his quarterback, and then he'll get fired because whoever they get ain't gonna be good. I think. I don't care who it is. I don't care what quarterback they go get next year.
Actually, I think Stefanski's in the same position as the quarterbacks. Probably the best thing that ever happened to him is getting out of Cleveland.
Right.
Well,
that was probably the best thing that happened to him.
Get out.
I mean,
Go.
you look at that quarterback situation right now in Atlanta. I wouldn't say he's
Yeah,
much
but his
better off.
security is
He's got
better.
better offensive. He's got offensive weapons, and Arthur Blank will give him a little bit more time.
Yeah.
But he better.
I mean,
he better go get
that'll take a
quarterback
little
next
bit.
year.
I mean, that's inherited. That's inherited. You gotta.
What's up with you, Poppy Blanco? What's up with Webb? What's up with Bueno? Yolanda, how you doing? What's up with Raider Rebel? Raul.
At the end of the day, we have differing opinions on Shedeur, and that's fine. But at the end of the day, we all come to the same fucking agreement. Get the fuck out of Cleveland.
You're right.
Get out of Northeast Ohio. That fucking mistake by the lake, joke of a fucking franchise. Jimmy Haslam's dumb, incompetent ass and that front office. Like, I truly hope Myles Garrett wins a fucking Super Bowl this year.
Oh God.
I hope the Rams do it, because that would just be fucking hilarious.
Okay, so Shedeur comes in week 4. What do you think his record will be by the end of the season? Just in your opinion, just guesstimation.
You mean week 5? Because I think he starts
week 5. Week 5. Excuse me.
Do me a favor, pull up the schedule. Pull up the schedule, please, because I'm gonna give this a real. I know they play the Jets week 5, which, I mean, the Jets are. Ooh.
I got you. Hold on. Let me Cleveland schedule. Crutch.
Yes, sir.
Crutch.
What's
What
up?
you over there do? What you on, man?
Listening to this nonsense.
So what do you have to say while I look up this schedule, bro?
Get out of Cleveland. Get on your daddy's private jet, the one Colorado bought him. Get the hell up out of Cleveland. ASAP.
No Rocky.
I mean, you can go to Denver. He ain't too far away from Dad in Boulder, and you can learn under Sean Payton.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm not
a smart move.
Yeah, right. I'm not opposed to that.
I'm telling you, I think the four that we named earlier, those would be the spots where if I'm Shedeur, I'd tell my agent, hey, put out calls to those GMs and see if I could come there and be a backup.
Okay, so here can you see the schedule? Can you see it?
Go ahead and read it. I can't really go. You just go ahead and run. I know they play the Jets week 5.
Okay, so all right, I'm gonna start with week 1. So they're gonna lose it to the Jags. They're gonna
They're
lose
0
to
and
Tampa
4.
Bay,
Yep,
and,
they're
and
0 and 4 to start.
they probably could beat the Panthers.
Nah, they're 0 and 4 to start.
And they play the Steelers. They 0-4 to start, so that's why Deshaun Watson get kicked out. Then week 5 they play the Jets.
I will
at New York.
For the vibes and the new quarterback bump. Let's just call it general, because they're two teams that are like evenly matched.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give them a win.
Okay,
I'll give them the win.
So then that's one. So then the following week they play the Ravens.
That's a loss
for sure. Then they play Tennessee at Tennessee.
I'll give them a win.
Then they play the Steelers again.
That's a loss. That's at Pittsburgh.
And then they play New Orleans.
That's a loss.
Then they play Houston.
That's a loss.
Then they have the bye. Then they play the Raiders. You better not.
That's maybe a win. That's a win. I'll give them the win under the Raiders.
So Shedeur gonna beat the Raiders again.
Hold up. Where is the game?
It's in Cleveland.
Okay, I'll give them the win. If you'd have told me in Vegas, I'd have said loss.
Then they play the Bengals.
Loss.
Then they play Atlanta.
Wait, is that the one in Cleveland or in Cincinnati? They always split.
No, this one's in Cleveland.
All right, I'll give them the win there then.
So we have 4 wins already.
Mm-hmm.
But
keep going.
Anyway, then they go to Atlanta.
Loss.
Then they play the Giants at New York.
Loss.
Then they play the Ravens.
Loss.
Then they play Indianapolis.
Loss.
At home. Then they play the Bengals in Cincinnati.
That's a loss.
Okay, so they win 4 games.
Mm-hmm.
So Deshaun Watson get kicked out after 4 games, but Shedeur go on to win 4 games. You don't see nothing wrong with that?
Shedeur goes 4-9 by my count.
So what would they go if they left Deshaun Watson in there then?
Wait, why are they? So let me ask this question too. So if Deshaun's gone after 4 games, why are they losing these football games 4 games in? What is the no, I'm asking Josh, what are the core issues? Because I think there's a very good chance that this defense is going to be they've depleted this defense. They could have a very bad defense this year.
I don't think the defense is going to be very bad. I just don't think that obviously you lose Myles Garrett. And I love Jarrett Verse. You guys know I'm a Knoll. And Jarrett Verse is a Knoll. Jarrett Verse is not Myles Garrett. Like, he's nice, but he ain't that nice. And I like Denzel Ward. I think Grant Delpit's okay in the secondary. I like Schweitzinger or however the fuck his name is spelled. I just think they're a bit thin still defensively. And I think Myles covered up a lot of warts with them last year because of his outstanding season. Like, he broke the fucking sack record. I mean, like, he's a dude.
I guess what I'm asking is there's a realistic possibility that the offense is better than the defense this year.
Yes.
I don't think that'll be the case. I think the defense was ranked what last year? Top 8? Top 10? I think the defense falls back to more of the middle of the pack or an average defense. I don't think the offense is going to get any better. I think there's going to be growing pains with the 2 rookie wide receivers. Sure. I think they're going to rely on Harold Fannin, the tight end, a hell of a lot more than they can Jerry Jeudy. I don't think they have a good run game. Nope. I don't think that they. I think that offense.
You don't think they have a good running back?
No, I mean,
No, it's Cleveland.
I like
Judkins?
Judkins. I don't think he's ready to be a Nick Chubb level, which when Cleveland had success, when Baker had success, they were able to be balanced. I think they're going to rely way too much on Quinshawn too early. I don't think it lines up. I think Cleveland's offensive line, they've reconfigured the entire offensive line. So that's a whole new offensive line that's got to learn, that's got to gel. I'm telling you, it's a lot that just doesn't add up for any type of success early on.
Well, add this up then. If Deshaun Watson stayed after week 4, how many games do they win?
Three or four.
One.
Right. So that should tell
bye
me.
week.
So that should tell me right there.
I think it's. I really think it's around 3 or 4. Because I think they always split with Cincinnati because that series is weird. I think they could beat one of Tennessee or the Raiders, and he could maybe beat the Jets because that's another joke franchise. Like that's the outside of the Dolphins playing this year. Like those are two of the clear worst teams in the league, and it's just a fucking stare down between them. So he could win 3 or 4 games. You're asking me how many could he win? 3, maybe 4.
So
and I've given Shedeur 4.
So based on that, how does Deshaun Watson give them a better? You said you don't agree with that. How does Deshaun Watson give them a better chance to win when they're both similar if they both start?
Because I believe, like I said, they are going to 100% run Quinshawn Judkins into the fucking ground early on.
Okay.
They're going to basically be running up against a brick fucking wall. And in Monken's mind, it's easier to shift from Deshaun to Shedeur and say, here you go. Here's your chance, kid.
I agree with that.
Rather than benching Shedeur and going to Deshaun.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
That you're asking why I'm giving you those reasons. As ridiculous as it may sound to some, can you not at least agree with the possibility? And I hear you agreeing with it. So clearly, there is some.
No, I
you
agree.
good. You good. You sound like a bunch of blabberish, but you right.
Yeah.
You got a point. I can't argue with you.
Yeah. No, but that's the political side of it though. That's the politics involved because why if you got 2 comparable quarterbacks, one that's been in the league 9 years and only played 5, and you got one that only been in the league 1 and played 1 full year, and they're comparable, why don't you just rally behind the new guy because he has a higher ceiling, which I said earlier to even start all this. Shedeur has a higher ceiling than Deshaun Watson. That was my first statement. And I'm like, because we're talking about 2 quarterbacks that's comparable. And we can sit there and we can say comprehensively, oh, Shedeur maybe just not no good. And I'm like, well, okay, if that's the case, Deshaun Watson ain't no good either.
So the ceilings are relevant to me. If he's not any good, the ceilings are relevant.
Okay, I hear you.
I already told you what I've done, but my name's not Todd and my last name's not Monken. So
I hear you. I hear you. So Cleveland gonna win 4 games this year, basically.
Mhm.
And they're gonna be in a hunt for a quarterback, like y'all said. Well, like
Oh yeah,
John said.
4-13.
That's it.
4-13.
Yep.
That's how it is every year with them.
Again next year.
Nothing
What
new
you
up
say?
there. That's what it is every year.
I'm about to say they in the hunt for a quarterback every year.
Dude, they've been hunting for a quarterback since 1999. They temporarily bagged one, but then they cut him loose because they thought they could get more meat elsewhere.
Oh my God. All
So they're
right.
back on the hunt. In their orange, sitting up in they're in
Flacco
their orange
for
hunting
sure.
gear to go back to throwback to a way older episode. They're back in the tree stand, freezing their ass off, and Black wants no part of the tree stand life.
No, I don't want none of the tree stand
You know
like
what's funny? Flacco actually was tearing it up. They were still finding ways to lose because they're Cleveland. They're just Cleveland. Didn't he go like 4 or 5 straight games with like 300 something crazy? He was doing something there for a bit.
That was the year or two prior, whichever the previous year he was under
It
Stefanski.
wasn't last year. It was the year.
Right.
before that.
Right. And that was the year that they had went to the playoffs and then got thumped by Houston in Houston.
Yeah. Well, okay. All right. Thank y'all for helping me understand that poor Shedeur don't have a chance no matter what he does. So I should go back to being unemotionally attached, unemotionally, or whatever the word is, unemotionally attached. I shouldn't even care. And I just feel bad for Shedeur because he's in a situation where he's in a lose-lose situation. He's in a lose-lose situation.
Listen, man.
No.
I hope
His win is getting out of Cleveland. The thing I would tell you to not get emotionally attached to is don't go on NFLshop.com and buy a fucking Shedeur Browns jersey.
No, I'm not.
Wait that shit out.
wait for him to go on clearance.
Nah, I wouldn't even use that shit as a fucking dish towel.
No,
Get the fuck out of
you
here.
remember?
Fuck Cleveland.
You remember when Couch had his jersey and they was selling them like that, and everybody was walking around with Couch jerseys, and he wasn't on the team no more.
No, seriously, man. I want to be wrong. The NFL is good with more good with better. The NFL needs more. More competent, good NFL quarterbacks. That's a good thing. I just don't see it. That's all.
It just ain't taking place in
I
Cleveland.
want them to be good. What's that?
Okay.
It ain't taking place in Cleveland. And it ain't taking place if you're wearing green and white playing for the Jets because your ass sees ghosts. And then 4 or 5 years later, your ass looks amazing and you win a Super Bowl ring.
Yeah, well, I'm cool. I'm cool with it. I'm glad I had this conversation, this therapy session.
I'm here
Thank
to sing
you for the therapy
It
Kumbaya.
was needed. It was needed.
It was needed. I definitely needed it.
Got excited about Kumbaya because in this moment we all could learn from this. Not only us, people that watch this, the people that's here, because we need to learn this. This is about fellowship and learning.
We're going to be laughing about this in 3 years when
Fellowship and learning.
Shedeur has the headset on, standing next to Pop, and they got matching chains.
I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah, and he's the new head coach taking over for Andy Reid in Kansas City. Boom, I said it.
You know you fucked up, Woody, don't you? Come on with it. Baby powder. Smell that is. You changing diapers?
That's
exactly how Shedeur felt that night. The night that fucking phone rang, and it was Jimmy Haslam.
The Cleveland area code.
I'm not happy. I hate it here.
That my dude. Get out of there, Shedeur. Get out of there.
Continuously for an hour.
I can play that for an hour straight.
Yeah, it can be like Shedeur's mentality. Here's the live stream, and just play that clip on a loop.
I want to go home.
Oh,
Well,
God.
I'm glad
to close that, though, now they're talking about, like, we're talking about that draft next year and shit. now already the talk is out there because them damn shows on ESPN brought it up. With the way the NIL and all this shit with all the transfer portal and shit's working, if I'm Dante Moore, Arch Manning, and all these other quarterbacks, I go, I'm okay going here, here, or here. Don't send me there. And we all know where there is.
Right.
Because let me ask you, gentlemen, would you rather make $5 million playing another year in Austin, Texas? Or would you rather go to Cleveland?
Look,
Nah,
I'll play for free anywhere else other than going to Cleveland at this point.
man, anywhere else.
So that's what it is.
Technically, what if when that time comes, what if it appears that Monken, although Cleveland isn't ready to quite ascend, what if it looks like he actually has it turned around and they're going in the right direction?
Then they'll fuck it up some other way.
I was about to say the other some way. Right.
It can be
they're gonna fire
because there can be different versions. There can be different versions of 4 and 12 teams. I mean, I don't think it's going to happen in Cleveland. I'm just saying that there can be different versions of it.
Stefanski won Coach of the Year up there twice, and he's okay, but he won Coach of the Year up there twice because the bar is so goddamn low.
I'm done. I don't have nothing else to say. Y'all got it.
I think he earned one of them. The other one was there, but I think it's fair that he got one of that he at least won one of them.
What up, 46?
Man,
because it is pretty hard. It is pretty hard to win games there. Can't take that away from them.
I'm done. Poor Shedeur. That sucks. I hope Shedeur never see this podcast. I want you to at least have.
I don't mind you, Shedeur. Like, just get the fuck out of Northeast Ohio. And that's not even me as a Pittsburgher talking. That's just me as a neutral observer of you, seeing what you did in college and everything. Get the fuck out of Northeast Ohio. Please. For the love of God. I hope you're renting.
Get out.
Yeah, get out. Well, fellas, thank you for helping me. Because
let me help you. Help me help you.
Help you.
Right. Thank you for allowing me to help y'all to help me. Thank you. Thank you. Because I had already mentally checked out this year until I messed around and watched that second preseason game and was like, okay, how they going to work Shedeur now? Oh, they did work him. So now I can expect them to work him no matter what he does. They're going to work him.
You know what the funniest thing about all this is? We didn't even talk about how dumb as fuck Deshaun Watson was going out there and dumping a can of gasoline on himself and lighting that shit on fire.
Oh, but didn't he walk it back though?
Dude, even the walk back, like I've seen uncoordinated white people do the moonwalk better than him walking that back.
What did he say to walk it back? I didn't hear him. I just saw him changing his earring, talking about his
emotions get the best of him.
That's what he said?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think they're buying it.
Dude, if I'm a Browns PR person, I do not put Cleveland Browns PR representative on my Indeed resume. If they ask me what did I do between those years that I was their employee, I was unemployed, sir. I was streaming. I was live streaming on Twitch to make ends meet. I was doing under the table jobs. Oh, there's something on here. Your name came attached to the Cleveland Browns. No, not me.
He said, "No, not me."
You know, shit. You know, like if somehow that the Earth is really flat, and Deshaun somehow goes like something crazy and like something stupid happens, like he goes like 3-1 by some crazy, amazing. I don't, you know, they win 3 games, but like on last second field goals or something nuts. They'll be cheering him and they'll be halfway building a statue for him out front of the stadium.
Bro, because winning is a good fucking deodorant.
What'd you say?
Because winning is the ultimate fucking deodorant. But I'll tell you this. I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but fuck it. I'll say it. Browns are 3-1. I'll buy a fucking Deshaun Watson Browns jersey. I'll wear that shit on stream for Steelers Browns.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit. Buy your jersey.
I'll second that. If they're 3-1, I'll second that.
If they're 3-1, if they are 3-1 or 4-0 going into the Thursday night game against the Steelers, I will. I have a friend who's a Browns fan. Believe me, I give him enough shit. He will.
How about 2-2?
No.
You gotta do the AB
3-1
again. You gotta do the AB dance too again.
No. We ain't. No. I already did that. That's on the internet. That lasts forever.
Right.
No. It's 3-1. It's 3-1 or better. And I'll make sure my buddy Preston goes to the Browns shop, gets one of the few Deshaun Watson jerseys that are still on the rack, brings it back to Pittsburgh with him, and I will wear that shit for the Thursday night game against the Steelers.
And you gotta go get a massage with nothing on but that jersey.
Let's slow that down. Pause.
Whoa.
Pause.
Whoa. I won't get a Deshaun jersey, but I have a pretty large Mitchell and Ness collection. I will embarrass myself with that shit Brown. And I think I got Ozzie Newsome and Jim Brown. I'll wear whatever their jersey is that week. If it's their white one, I'll wear the Newsome. Right. If it's the brown one, I'll wear the Jim Brown one.
He's like, whoa.
Yeah,
but
we gotta slow that down.
I basically know that they don't have to come out of the closet, so they can stay right where they're at.
Yeah, well, hey.
Actually, no. I'll torture myself even worse. I'll put on, although it's the Browns, I would be willing to wear a Kansas City jersey.
Ooh, I was about to say, I need y'all to go. I need you to go rivalry because I mean it's Pittsburgh Cleveland for me, so this is deep.
I do own a Chiefs jersey. I don't acknowledge that a lot, but I have a Derek Thomas jersey.
Who's this? Oh, okay, DT. Yeah.
All right, that's legit. Well, wait, no. You gotta get no. John, if they go 3-1, I need you to add to the jersey collection.
No, I need you to get
jersey. No. Hold on. I need you to get a Chiefs personalized jersey with your last name on it.
That I can't do.
You can come on, brother. I'm putting. Come on.
Y'all ain't gotta worry about it because it ain't even gonna happen. So
I know, but damn it, I'm trying to have fun here. I'm trying to be an entertaining podcast.
That'd be highly entertaining if they went that way.
Yeah, my kids would disown me if I did that. My children would disown me if I did that.
Look, you can explain to your son, look, at the end of the day, if you make a bet, you got it, when shit happens.
No, he's gonna wake up.
That's what I did when I did the stupid dance, and my son is looking at me off camera like, what the hell is my dad doing? I thought he was live streaming a football game, and I had to mute and go, son, when you say you're gonna do something, and the thing that you say you're gonna do it for happens, you gotta do it.
No, John's gonna wake up with his son over him with a sock with a rocks in it.
Fucking wearing a Chiefs jersey. What's wrong with you?
I deserve it.
No, he's gonna be like, oh, you're gonna get the baby Connor now, Dad.
Right.
Oh, it's just funny. Come on with it. Oh, boy, y'all rather piss off that crew than piss off Potter. Oh, it's funny. Keep on laughing. Bring your face over here. Play that shit.
Wow.
Bring your face over here.
Josh, hit the button. I gotta hear
hit
it.
the button. Hit the button.
Peace, y'all. Fours is on. We come to the conclusion that it
4
don't even matter.
times.
It don't matter. And Shedeur get out of Cleveland. We all came to the realization. Well, I came to the realization.
That's my default statement: is get the fuck out of Cleveland.
I came to the realization that Shedeur just need to get out of here. That's the only solution.
Man, that's the only one.
All right, y'all.